Hey YouTube, it's Bo with Better Together Life. Today I'm going to be telling you the 10 truths that you need to know about moving from suburbia to the country life. I have some tasks that I need to do. I need to prepare this garden bed. All of our chickens are now all gone. We had this whole area fenced off. Chickens are now right over there. So we're gonna go through this list, but while I do it, I'm going to be doing some tasks. So I'm gonna bring you along with me because I gotta get going. All right, so the first truth about living in the country that's different than the city life or suburbia is that you will love your neighbors. Now, I'm not saying that neighbors in suburbia are bad. It's just a little bit different because it's busier and there's a lot more people. In the country, it's a slower paced life that, a lot of us moved to the country for. And there's just not as many people here in the country. We're all in it together. Let's help each other. It's just awesome. You're gonna love your neighbors in the country. That was kind of a fearful thing that we had before moving here, that we wouldn't be able to have like good neighbors. We were a little worried about that. Any neighbor that we have met has been the nicest people. They've offered to help us more than we could imagine. Look at all this compost. All right, so the second truth about living in the country, it can be a little lonely in the country. That was something that's a little bit of a bummer. And that was my number one fear about moving out here, was that we wouldn't be able to find community, that we wouldn't be able to find a good church. It can be lonely. And then whenever you homeschool, it is a truth that it is a little bit harder to find friends for your kids. Not impossible, but you just don't have as many people. There's not really like mommy play dates. So that is a truth. It can be a little bit lonely from time to time. And we were more lonely in the beginning than we are now. That leads to number 3. Okay, so let's not just sit on the negative. Because it is the country, because the people here are so awesome, you will find friends. And I promise you, you will probably find friends that are more aligned with what you're looking for in life, in terms of freedom, in terms of growing your own food, health, homeschooling, everything that is of you, because I know you, because you are me, because you're watching this. So I get you. You will find more people like you in the country. You will find friends. That is a truth. All right, so let's take a quick little break from composting. The fourth truth about living in the country that is different than suburbia: the stars are absolutely beautiful at night. I don't think this is just a Texas thing. I mean, there's a song about it. The stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. Whenever our kids are at my parents' house for a sleepover, Kelly and I just stay outside with a fire looking at the stars all night long. It is gorgeous. In the country, away from all the city lights and everything and all the suburban street lights, it is so dark and quiet. You just cannot imagine how peaceful to hear nothing in the country. And just all you do is you just sit in your Adirondack chairs and you look up at the stars, and it just feels like you just kind of feel the earth like rotating. It is, love it, love it, love it. All right, number 5. So number 5, internet is really, really expensive in the country. Not trying to be the downer. Really, everything in the country is more expensive. I don't know if that is just supply and demand. I guess it is. But internet, we pay $150 a month for 10 megs download and 5 megs upload. $150 a month for a 10 megabyte download speed and a 5 megabyte upload speed. That is insane. Now, oddly, going out to eat is really cheap. So that's the flip side of it. I guess they'll go out of business if you charge too much. But whenever you're trying to buy supplies and like groceries and stuff, it is a little bit more expensive in the country than it is whenever there's a lot of people. All right, short little tangent. One thing that you will have if you buy property with some forested areas is you could be blessed with some amazing forest floor leaf mold. Oh my goodness. So I learned about this from Nick Ferguson. Look at this. This is garden gold. You will want this in your garden. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of this, put it in our new garden bed, and then I'm gonna cover it up. Always cover it up. Mother Nature does not like to be naked, so cover it up. But I'm gonna take some of this leaf mold and put it in my garden. All right, so number 6 would be, it's kind of more of a tip than a truth. I guess the truth of it is you're gonna need to sort of fit in. Now that's, I don't know if we fit in or not. We didn't grow up in the country. We've experienced that a little bit with going to local diners and stuff. You don't want to be those new people, the city slickers. I don't really know what kind of tips to say that because I don't want you to fake who you are. Don't like wear chaps to go to the coffee diner to be able to get some pancakes. But also you want to try to fit in just a little bit in your small town. You see our new cover crop? This is all the green stuff over here. This is from green cover seed. Of course, it's still not growing quite as fast because of it being fall and cold, but it is holding up. It is holding up for sure. All right, the 7th truth about living in the country that's different than suburbia is it is not as hot in the country as it is in suburbia. That's the thing about cement, is it will absorb all of the heat and hold it, will bounce off and back up into your face. So here in the country, there's a lot more trees. Hopefully you live in a place that there's a lot more trees. But even so, there's a lot of dirt, there's soil that can absorb that heat and not like retain it. It uses it. So it's cooler in the country. Also, where there's trees, there is more shade. That is a huge truth. It is not as hot in the country. Ooh, buddy. Yes. So what is that, like 5 today? There's 3 here. We're averaging about 5 eggs a day out of our 8 hens. It's a dream come true, you guys. It's totally worth it. We've been working on this since 2013 to be able to have chickens and I have eggs. So awesome. So number 8, small businesses close often. I'm trying to talk, Biggie. And when they do close, it kind of hurts. It hurts you like in the heart, like a breakup. And that's a bummer. So when a small business in the country that doesn't have a lot of businesses close, it hurts. Which is a tip that I would say is you want to shop locally. So we had this really awesome bakery here that had really yummy, just normal coffee, no lattes or anything, but just really good coffee. They did not have internet, but it was just a really cool workspace. The kids loved it. Really nice people working there.
My birthday was, I had my birthday there.
I know, we got Ollie some cinnamon rolls there, and it was just so yummy. And they just closed. So we don't really know why they closed, and I don't think it was because of like not making money. But when you're living in a small town, when you can, shop locally because you want these businesses to stay open. You want the events to happen. Kelly, we just have this wine tasting event like that. Is bizarre having that in our small town, and it's like 30 bucks a ticket, but we're going to spend money on it. You need to support them when they're there. So don't just think, oh, this cool thing is happening, I'll try to go next time or next year. No, because it might not be there. So that's the truth, is things, there's cool ideas, cool businesses that try, but then they fail. So you need to be there to support. It's a bummer, but it happens. Chip, it's your birthday, buddy. Chip is 1 year old today. Look how big he is. Just a farm boy and his farm dog.
Like, sometimes, whenever I pet Chip, I look over our land like I own it. And Chip likes being a farm dog, don't you, buddy?
All right, so a little rapid fire for the next 2. piggybacking on the last one, it is a truth. Walmart is not the best shopping experience. You will miss companies like Target and Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A is good.
I know, we miss Chick-fil-A. We miss not having Chick-fil-A 5 minutes down the road. I mean, it's good that we don't have that as a safety net to go out to eat the Chick-fil-A once a week. But we miss it.
Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic is not as good. Chick-fil-A. And Target. Hold on, let me see it.
Beetle. Beetle.
Oh. Oh no, wait, I gotta film it. Wait. Oh.
Yeah.
You get it?
You brought me eggs.
I did.
I love them. Look how pretty they are.
I know. So that's 5 today. You got your system?
We have a system.
Your older and newer system?
Older and newer. But I think we're about to have to move these up. I think it's like twice a week I went at moving these up.
And they're so pretty. Number 10, the final truth about living in the country that's different than suburbia is when you walk out of your front door, holding your cup of coffee, watching your birds, seeing your rabbits, seeing your garden, and you're just standing there with your cup of coffee in your underwear because there's nobody around. It is the best feeling ever. It is just so cool. Feeling the wind blow between everywhere. It's awesome. All right, that's all I got. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Say bye, Alex.
Bye.
Say, everybody, say bye, Chippy. Happy birthday.
Bye, Chippy. Happy birthday. Bye, Chippy. Wait, why are we saying bye?